Ladies and gentlemen, thank you. Please be seated. Let the record once again reflect the presence of the defendant, Mr. Demons, his counsel, the assistant state attorney, ladies and gentlemen, jury, our witness, Detective Danny Polo remains on the stand. I think when we broke, the defense was still on its cross-examination of the witness, so if you're ready, you may proceed, sir. Thank you. I hope you had a good night, and we're happy to see you back. All right, so we'll start shortly.
Thank you, sir. Morning, ladies and gentlemen.
Good morning.
Detective Polo, good morning.
Good morning, Mr. Howard.
So I wanted to start off by discussing videos.
Yes, sir.
You reviewed a lot of videos in preparation or as part of your assessment.
Yes.
Of whether or not Melly is in the game, right?
Yes.
You viewed videos that he posted online?
Yes.
Videos that were posted of him?
Yes.
And his music videos?
Yes.
And you would agree that in a lot of his music videos there are a lot of firearms, right?
Yeah, some.
And that's not unique to Melly.
No.
A lot of artists in their videos have a lot of firearms, right?
Yeah.
And we saw yesterday in some of the exchanges where Melly is asking, seems to be like inquiring about the availability of certain firearms.
Yeah, I think if you're talking about that long thread, it was I think that was specific to magazines, not the actual firearms.
Okay, it was magazines.
Gun-related things.
Okay, and some of them were, he asked for clear magazines.
Sure.
And you said that makes some kind of an aesthetic difference, a difference in appearance, not difference in function.
Right.
Right? So if you wanted to use a firearm in a way that it is manufactured to be used, it doesn't matter whether or not you have a clear drum or an opaque drum. Right?
No, I think I explained that it's just a preference thing.
It's a preference, a visual thing.
Yeah, since you can see the bullets, it's just some people want to see that.
Right. And so it wouldn't make a difference in its function, it'll make a difference in how it appears on a video, for example.
Correct.
Okay. You were telling us that you were retained to render an opinion in a case regarding the rapper Drake.
Yeah.
And your opinion was that he was not a gang member.
Correct.
And you listen to Drake songs.
Yeah.
And you hear references to violence in those songs.
Some of them.
Okay. All right. So the reference to violence in songs by rappers is not unique to Melly.
No.
Right? And it doesn't necessarily mean you're a gang member. Right?
No, anyone can commit an act of violence.
Okay. We also saw among the several videos, you said you reviewed videos of Melly that were his music videos?
Yes.
Videos posted of him?
Correct.
And videos he posted?
Right.
Doing all manner of things, right?
Yeah.
Okay. And we saw one yesterday, and before putting it on before playing it for the jury, Miss Bradley asked whether or not you were familiar with a rapper named Kevin Gates.
Right.
Are you?
Yeah.
And the lyrics, and then Miss Bradley played a video, right?
Right.
And in that video, there were Kevin Gates lyrics being recited.
I believe so.
And did you help Miss Bradley decipher what was being said?
I don't recall. It's been When was it that we got the post, or that I got the post? Sorry.
I don't know when you got it. I know that it was played for you yesterday.
Right.
Right. And during your testimony, you reviewed it, right?
Correct.
And Ms. Bradley made some mention of the fact that at the end it says both of them, right?
I don't think she said that yet.
You agree with that?
I would have to listen to it again. I don't recall now.
Okay. You don't recall what it said?
No, sir. I don't have the song memorized.
Okay, so you're not saying that it says both of them at the end. That was just Ms. Bradley saying that.
I'd like to listen to it so I can answer it correctly.
Okay.
Thanks.
Before we do that, I want to present you. May I approach you on it?
What, Counsel?
I would like to present him with what has been marked as a copy of, for identification, marked for identification, of Defendant's Exhibit C.
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
Without
And I-
objection, Your Honor.
Without objection. Okay. Thank you. Would you take a look at that?
Yes, sir.
And you agree with me that those are the lyrics to Kevin Gates' song 438?
Yes, sir.
Okay. I want to focus your attention on a part of that.
Okay.
Glasses. Can you read this? It's a little tiny.
It's tiny, but
You think you can?
we might be able to pull it off.
Okay. I'm gonna wanna. Where's Gary? I lost Gary. Oh my gosh. Adversary though I may be.
You're going to display this Exhibit 3 to the, or C to the jury?
Yes, sir.
All right.
Without objection.
Do you want to admit it first?
The judges remember the admonition that is not something that's in evidence. It's being used as some type of demonstrative exhibit to assist in explaining or illustrating the witness's testimony. The testimony of the witness is the evidence, and how this demonstrative will not be with you back in the jury room during your deliberations unless it's later received evidence. The evidence is a testimony of the witness. All right? Proceed.
Thank you. Okay. How do I fit from this to that?
Here.
Thank you very much. All right. You see the part that I've highlighted there
Yes, sir.
on Defendant's Exhibit C for identification.
Yes.
No regrets for the shit I did. That also means for the ends I killed. 4:30 a.m. Never say when.
Right.
Okay. I want to play this now for you.
No regrets for the shit I did. That also means for the niggas out. Yeah. 4:30 a.m. Never say when.
Is that identical to you?
Can I?
Okay. Well, actually,
Can I read along as he says it?
He doesn't say the word kill. He uses a gesture for that.
Yeah.
Okay. Don't play it again.
No regrets for the shit I did. That also means for the niggas out. Yeah. 4:30 a.m. Never say when.
Okay.
Split screen, Mr. Howard?
Okay. You heard that?
Yeah, I'm hearing it. Like I said, I can't. memorize the lyrics.
No, that's fine.
I just want to see it side by side.
Okay.
I'm not trying to be difficult.
Split screen. No, I know you're not. It's my fault.
Say the wrong thing, okay.
I would want you to do that.
No regrets for the shit I did. That also mean for the niggas out. Yeah. 4:30 a.m. Never say when.
Yeah, except for leaving out killed and
The word killed.
gang something.
Okay. Yesterday, Ms. Bradley said, did you hear them say both of them? Yesterday, when she played that.
Yeah, I
You
thought
don't-
it. No, now that I'm listening to it, no.
You don't hear that?
No.
Okay. So you didn't help her decipher that before, did you?
No, sir.
Okay. It's identical, except for the gesture in place of the word kill.
Correct.
Okay. Thank you. The defense would like to move in defendant's Exhibit C for identification.
Without objection.
Thank you, Ms. Evermore. Defendant's C, is that right? Identification will be admitted as a three, or is it something else in evidence by the defense? Marked for exhibits or for in evidence?
What will be defense one?
Right, defense one, there's nothing else.
Yeah, get me back to this.
So
Exclusive.
defense one.
Okay. Thank you. Okay, so you're telling us you didn't assist the state in coming up with the conclusion that it says both of them at the end?
No, sir.
Okay, all right. All right, we were also speaking yesterday about the fact that Melly was largely unresponsive to many of the overtures that were being made, the attempts to recruit him. Right?
I think he was already recruited, but what you're saying is he wasn't responding to the people that were messaging him
Okay.
within the organizations.
Okay. And I had gone through a list of, or a demonstration of several messages that were not being responded to, right?
Correct.
And I think I had asked you later on in my examination whether that was Gino, and you were like, no, that's not Gino.
Yeah, there was. We went through two different, I think, text threads. One was Gino and one was Herc.
Okay. Well, let's go through Gino's.
Sure.
Okay. Start with page 30 of Government's Exhibit number 70. Is 70 the 140 pages?
Yes.
Okay. Pan out there. Visually, as much as it can. What do you want to do? Pan it out to 4 pages, but it's not going that further. That's it.
There's a light
Higher.
There's a light on here if you want.
Okay. Visually, we can look at the messages reflected in page 30 of State's Exhibit 70, and we can see, first of all, that the person communicating with the 9807 number is Gino. Okay.
Yes.
And at least we can see that there are no responses to any of these messages, right?
Right.
Okay. Well, let's try and go through some of them. And the time, 10/4/2018. Just talked to him. He said that wasn't towards nobody. Okay, he's continuing a conversation from or post that he made before, right?
Right. It appears to be.
And that's at 9:14. Then 2 days later, without a response, at 12:05, it says, I'm on the line with Tall GF. Who's Tall GF in lingo?
Gino's, like the Godfather in that lineup, his name is Stretch. So
Okay.
I assume that's a reference to him being tall.
Tall, right, okay. I'm on the line with Tall Godfather. He wants to sit down with you and Jay Green. Me, you, Jay Green, and him. See that?
Yes, sir.
And that's on 10/6.
Yeah.
So that would be a pretty important meeting because the Godfather wants to sit down with you, right?
Yeah.
Okay. And that's on 10/6 at 12:05. 10/6 at 12:05, he reiterates, me, you, him, and Jay Green.
Yes.
No response?
No.
So the next day, 10/7, 4:40. Last, when you free?
No response.
No response. That whole day goes by. Next day, 10/8, 12:43:40. To stay in tune is to communicate, bro. If you feel like it's too much, I think is what it's meant to say, for you can line up, let me go from the top. To stay in tune is to communicate, bro. If you feel like it's too much, you can line up elsewhere, but you won't get the perks and respect you get now. The choice apparently is yours.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's implied, I guess.
And that was on 10/8. Any
Yes.
response?
No.
Okay.
Wasn't read for several
So we
weeks.
start.
I'm so sorry.
So we fast forwarded now to 10/13. So now the Godfather wants to sit down with you. No response. Hey man, you got to communicate, or if it's too much for you, line up elsewhere. Right? No response.
Correct.
And then 10/13. That would be 5 days later.
Right.
Just cut a fool off that.
Yes.
Whatever that means. Okay. That's 30. $31. It's Bool. I wish you nothing but the best, and if you need me, I'm here. 10/13/9/27. See it?
Yes.
Okay. 4 days later, 10/17. Speak your mind like a man. Don't have a fool guessing. So Gino is now getting frustrated with this lack of response. You heard that?
I agree. It also, like that first message you read, it kind of seems like we're missing some context of conversations that might not be in these threads. I'm just, because some of the stuff doesn't make sense the way
Right.
it's almost like a continuation of a conversation that already happened.
It might seem that way, but you
There's no way to tell.
Right. So the word you're looking for is you're speculating.
Sure.
Okay. All right. So finally gets a response after all of that on 10/23/2018. Now, it appears that none of these messages were even opened until that day. You agree with that?
Yeah, I think most of them have the same time stamp, 10:30:51.
And the response is, beloved.
Right.
Not, hold up, man, I missed the Godfather. Right, wasn't that?
That's why I think we're missing some conversations that were had, not via text message. Because,
And you can speculate all day long.
yeah, I think it's common sense.
Okay.
But, okay. You're right.
Do you have any proof of any of the things that you are speculating to have occurred, sir?
We have the phone extraction. If I go through call logs, there might be something there.
And it might be a Martian that made a call. Okay, all right. So, in response to that 10/23/2018, at 10:38, Gina responds on the same day. Hit me when you're free, got to get another one. Right?
Right?
And then he sends the oath.
Correct.
On 10/24, that's not opened until that 18.
Yeah, I can't see the date, but I believe you.
Oh, I'm sorry.
It's okay.
So no urgency with that either.
Correct.
And it says, that same day, he texts him again. There's no response to the oath, right?
Not to these messages, no.
And he texts him, that's the oath, me and you need to come up with a handle.
Yes.
So he's a gang member, and he's in, he doesn't have a handle yet, and he's just now seeing the oath, right?
Not according to the email chain.
Okay.
Received earlier the month before.
Okay.
This would just be the second time for sending him the oath.
And now we're on to page 32. If we pan out, you'll agree with me. There's no response to anything going on page 32.
Correct.
Okay. First message. 10/24, 12/38. Handles a name for the books.
Yes.
So he's not in the books yet.
We don't know that.
Okay. We know he doesn't have a handle for the books. We know that.
We don't know that according to these text messages.
He just said we need to come up with one.
Right at this point in time.
What are you saying?
Saying at 10:24, when he's asking for the handle, they hadn't come up with one yet. We don't know if he has one.
Okay. And then at 10:24, at 9:36, so 8 hours goes by. Bust at me when you're free. I need to skyline with you. Right?
Correct.
Call me. I need to talk to you about something.
Yes.
Because eight hours has gone by. Right?
Yes.
10:25, 9:08. Next day, 24 hours later, just about. I don't know what happened. Let me know what the move is. Right?
Right.
10:26 at 12:34. Bro, you good?
Right.
10:26 at 5:35:30. We here for you, bro. Just let us know what you need.
Right.
Yeah? Next day, 10:27, 11:49. Now, 10:26 is the day that Melly's friends, Anthony Williams and Christopher Thomas, were killed.
Right.
Okay. You see a message, we here for you, bro. Just let us know what you need. See that?
Yes.
Sounds like some form of comforting and condolence to you.
You want me to speculate?
Okay, don't. Next. I went through what you're going through. It hurts, but it's like when you go into the next level, the people you love die. It's so they can protect you better from the sky. See that?
I see that.
Okay. Now, prior to those communications, was there any communication at all where you saw where Melly was complaining to Gino or anybody else or Gino or Stretch? His name?
Stretch.
Stretch. Stretch. Where he's complaining to Gino or Stretch about Anthony Williams?
No, sir.
You see anywhere where he's complaining about Christopher Thomas?
To those two members?
Yes.
No.
Do you see anywhere where they're putting them on a plate for him or anyone else?
Not on those messages.
Okay. All right. On page 35, you said one of the words that was used, let's look at page 35. You see a message there, the last one from the 9807 number, whoever had it. Melly or not?
Yes, this one?
It says, on the homies.
Yes.
See that?
Yes, sir.
And you said that's another indication because homies is a term that Buzz used.
I also explained it's just also a term that just people use in general.
It's
not just Bloods, it's all gang members.
Okay.
It's
Oh.
in reference to, that's my big homie, that's my little homie, that's the big homie.
Okay.
You know, but like I said, if you just say he's my homie and you're just talking to your friends, it doesn't mean anything.
Okay. So you have homies.
Sure.
Okay. I have homies.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
I hope so.
All right. Let's go now to page 47. Now remember, these guys are trying to recruit, right? They're trying to recruit, or you say he has already been recruited.
It appears he was recruited because they sent him the documents for the next step up.
Okay. So, I think you used the term clout chase, and I didn't use that term. You used that term, right?
Correct.
Okay. Tell me if this would be the type of thing you would refer to as clout chasing. On page 47, post me for my belated birthday, Herc. I'm only asking because I got hella hoes last time you posted me.
Yeah, I testified to that already.
I know you did.
Yeah. Okay.
But I'm asking you, is that the type of stuff
Yes.
that you are referring to
Yes, sir.
as clout chasing?
Yes.
Okay. Let's go to page 48. Well, let's start at the top of the page. And this comes in on January 6, 2019, 3 months to the day after the incident at issue in this case.
Yes.
Okay. On another note, one of them Pyru ends reached out to me saying something about some force shit. See that?
Yes, sir.
Response: I was so disrespectful, they probably won't be calling me back. See that?
Yes.
Response: got you, beloved. Well, what they hollering about? It was quite a lot, accusing you of something that are punishable by death, also stating that Shine family is nothing more than a chess game in the palm of little Ford's hand. Then he has another message. I myself found that amusing. The reach of the G-Shine hand is far-reaching, but being that you are really Shine, that's something you are not gonna have to witness, for mothers and kids are not off limits when disrespecting Shine. Right?
Yes.
Okay. We've already established that this failure to respond to Gino and Herc was disrespectful. We established that yesterday.
Yeah.
Okay. And mothers and kids are not off limits when you disrespect them.
That's what they're saying.
Presumably your boys wouldn't be off limit either.
Correct.
Okay. And it wouldn't make sense to kill the golden goose.
No. You
Okay.
wouldn't kill your meat ticket.
Okay. Now we saw yesterday where Gino had suggested that it would be a good look for him to get some change for everybody. Remember that?
Yes.
Okay. We're now looking at page 51. See that second to last message there?
Yes.
What happened to the chains?
Never got him, I guess.
No response. Then he's like, never mind. Right?
Right.
So he didn't get the chains that he was looking for. Let's go to 52. And it seems like Melly is trying to assure him that it'll come, but it hasn't. He says, all that's coming, big bro. Be patient. I'm fresh out. I'm going to have everything handled around March. I ain't seen my mama yet. I'm only one man. Right?
Right.
Answer. I believe you, bro. What about my post? I remember he asked for a post for his birthday.
I remember.
Okay. I believe you, bro. So he's not getting the chains. The post is free. I believe you, bro. What about my post, nigga? Bet me okay, what about my post? Seems like a period is supposed to be there. An N-word bet me 100. Should I just go ahead and pay him? In other words, somebody bet him $100 that he wasn't going to get a post. Should I just pay the guy, man? What about my post? Right?
Yes.
That's how you interpret it too?
So it seems like that, yeah.
Okay. I mean, while the state had you up here when you were interpreting messages, you seem to have a level of certainty in all your assessments. Now you're a little bit equivocating.
Objection, Your Honor.
Sustained.
Okay. Next page, 53.
Yes, sir.
Here comes another ask. 150, 45, at 128. This is all after the fact, right?
Correct.
By months, right?
Yes.
Hey, for real. Hey, for real though, I need to borrow 10 bands. I'll give you back 15. Remember that?
Yep.
Okay. Remember he told Melly, line up onto me because we got all this money and we're well resourced and we got all of that, right?
Right.
I need to borrow 10 bands. I'll give you back 15.
Right.
Okay. Did you get a response?
No.
Okay. And he says, and you went over this on direct, if I don't pay you back, you can have my stain and my life. Right?
Yes, sir.
Let me 10 grand and you can kill me if I don't pay you back.
Right.
Okay. No response. For sure.
Yes.
And then 128, 219 at 1027. It's my job to bother you, little bro. Next day, almost 24 hours later, I'm trying to show you something. Response. Yo. See that?
See.
Okay. Let's go to page 59. Thank you. Such an edge. Page 59. Top on 9/13/2018. Now we're back to her. Right?
Right.
Before the incident.
Yes.
Yo, bro. Do you fuck with Quando Rondo? He disrespecting the hood.
Okay.
Answer, when? And then Melly responds, nah, me and bruh fought. Well, I fought young boy. He fought my brother Sack.
Okay.
Right? So now Melly is talking just a month earlier that he fought Young Boy is another rapper,
Yes.
and that he fought Young Boy because Young Boy was fighting his brother, Sack.
He says he fought Young Boy and that Young Boy fought his brother Sack. He doesn't specifically say it's because he fought his brother Sack. So I don't know if he's defending his honor or if he was just involved in a 2-on-1 fight or a 2-on-2 fight. It doesn't, like, it's not there. You're asking me to speculate again. Anytime I do, you say I can't. So
Do you have to speculate on the fact that he's calling Sack his brother?
no, says it right there.
Okay. Now let's just go to, this is her, and this is page 60. At the bottom, 9/15/2018, 2:10:05. What time does show start tomorrow so I can know when to push up? No response. About half an hour later, just bark at me when you free her. See that?
I see that.
Okay. Page 61.
Excuse me, Mr. Howard.
Yes, please. Yes, ma'am. being reminded the mic's right behind you. Stop mumbling.
I'm being reminded too.
All right. Where were we? I think we're at page 61. Page 61. First message. Yo, I don't mean to keep hitting you up, bro, but what time do you want me boom up there? I don't know the place or time it starts. Right?
Right.
So this is 9:15 at 12:30. And we had seen that 2:10 a.m. is when he starts asking. He asked him to bark at him at 2:47. Now at 12:30 p.m., he's saying, yo, I don't mean to keep hitting you up, bro, but what time do you want me boom up there? I don't know the place or the time it starts. Right?
Sure.
Melly responds to that one. I'm getting ready now, Herc. Most likely around 1 a.m. Right?
Right.
Response. Where is it located at again? Where is it located at again? No response. 7 minutes later. Venue. No response. And then about 3 hours later at 3:33 p.m. Yo, bro. Bro. I get down there around 8 or 9. Where you want to link at? See that?
I see it.
Okay. So he found out some kind of way where it is.
Exactly what I was saying before. They're communicating outside of text messages.
I'll give you that.
Thank you.
No. Well, there you are speculating that they're communicating. If somebody's having a show, would Melly be the only person on planet Earth that knows where the show is?
No.
Okay, so when you say that they're communicating, that's where the speculation is.
When there's a photograph of them together, that means they linked up. So they must have communicated.
I know, but we're not talking about that. We're talking about him finding out where the venue is. That's what we're talking about.
So, yeah, he could have found the venue out any which way, but at some point they had to have communicated for them to get together and take photographs.
Okay, I'll give you that. Page 62. It says, UFW the perks, Herc. If so, I'll grade you some. What does it say? What does that mean?
FW? Fuck with? He's asking if he fucks with perks, perkies, Percocets.
Okay. So you fuck with Percocets, Herc? If so, I'll grade you some. Bring some.
Yeah.
Answer. I don't do no drugs, Herc. What does he say right after that?
Bring some though, my Crips do.
His who's?
Crips.
Not his bloods?
Go ahead.
Okay. He can't, he's not even supposed to use a C there, right?
Right.
Okay. And not only does he use the C, he refers to his buddies as his Crips. Did that happen? Yes or no?
He did.
Okay. Okay, page 71. Start. This is her. Pad. I'm going to be totally honest with you, bro. I had Gino, because everybody is professing to be of higher rank than the other. Herc is professing to be of higher rank than Gino, right? Or no?
No, he said he had Gino bend the rules.
Okay. So actually, he's not. Strike that. I was wrong there. He actually petitioned Gino to bend the rules on behalf of Melly, right? I'm going to be totally honest with you, bro. I had Gino kind of bend the rules for you because I happen to be a huge fan of your music. But Gino's going to fall back for you, and I will deal with you until I feel like you're ready for Gino's presence. Right?
Yes.
So Herc is saying, look, I'm going to handle you and kind of bring you along because you're not ready to stand before Gino, right?
Right.
Okay. This Gino, the same guy that he was ignoring time and time and time again? That guy?
Yes.
Okay. And the Godfather who was waiting for him for a meeting is over Gino and Herc, right?
Yes.
Okay. When he feels like you're ready, then you will be granted total access and acceptance. Until then, the Godfather will never acknowledge you. So he's not even acknowledged by the Godfather yet.
Right.
Okay. We still don't know you. But we see that you love the hood. Okay? He's saying we see you love blood, but we don't even know you, bro. Right? Okay. So we accept you with open arms. You gotta always communicate, bro. You family now. It's one of the 23 rules. I'm responsible for you, so we gotta make sure everything is on point. And you gotta work on your lingo. We will talk more when we push up Saturday. All right?
Right.
Okay, did I read that correctly?
Yeah.
Okay. Page 79. You went through this in your testimony as well yesterday with the state. There is a text at 10/26/2018 at 12:42:30. And the question is, yo, is this true? Right?
Right.
Day of the murders, right?
Yes.
And Kirk is asking Melly if it's true what he's seeing on social media. What we saw was a post about Anthony Williams and Christopher Thomas being killed.
Right.
Unfortunately. Okay. And then he says, that's at 10:26, 12:42. And then at 10:26, 5:57:10. Damn, bro, I'm sorry for your loss. I know shit hard for you right now, but keep your head up. Yo, keep your head up, you. I wish I could have been there to guide you. If it's anything you need, bro, let me know. Don't hesitate to bark at me. Love you, bro. 110%. See that?
Yes, sir.
And you testified in your depo that you didn't see that as condolences. What you're saying is he was saying, I was hoping I would be there to guide you in killing people. That's how you interpret that.
Yeah, I'm going to speculate again. Or do you want me to just give you my professional opinion?
Well,
Because based off the way gangs operate, I can tell you why this makes sense.
how are you distinguishing your speculation from your professional opinion?
You're the one distinguishing it, sir.
Pardon me?
You're the one distinguishing it. I'm trying to get it out.
So your professional opinion is your speculation.
What's next? My expert opinion about gang testimony, about gang knowledge, is what I can testify to.
And that's only as good as this expertise that you profess to have.
Objection argument.
Sustained.
Okay. But your interpretation of that communication was that he's saying, I wish I was there to guide you on how to do this, right?
Right.
Okay.
Because when my grandfather died, no one called me and said, I wish I could have guided you. He said, I send my condolences. I hope you're okay. This is, I wish I could guide you. Guide you how?
Hasn't Herc been trying to guide him the whole time in growing up, being a man, being a blood? Did you say that? Did we see that?
Yeah, we saw that.
Okay. And you are basing your professional opinion on the anecdotal example of what somebody said to you when your grandfather died.
Not just my grandfather, sir.
All right, let's look at page 83. We're panning out a whole bunch of texts from Herc that weren't responded to, right?
Right.
Okay, see they're from Herc. First one is 11/1/2018, 9:40:52. Vet, just checking up on you. And SL, what does SL mean?
Shine love.
Shine love. All I know, stay 100%. And then we have on 11/4. This again is now we're after the incident now, right? 11/4 is after the incident at issue in this case, right?
Yes.
Okay. Good show, Herc. You had me turn. Be safe on the road to fool. I don't know what that means. Shine love. Then 4 days later, yo bro, hit me when you're free. Got to give you some food. Are you suggesting that is him saying I got to give you somebody to kill?
I don't believe so.
Okay. And then at 11:37 same day, send me bro, IG, and I'm sending food now. Make sure you check it out. And 11/8/12:58, more or less east side banging blood. I be the true and living, stand on ground with devotion, outstanding, and loyalty for cause. Ola repping the Shine family, cause real riders don't switch. Therefore it's platinum, gold platinum, 001 G's up even when my mind, body, and soul depart. Forever expanding the mind. Height line black.
Yes, that would be the food he was referring to, the knowledge.
Okay. So the knowledge that he is sending him is this word salad right here, right?
Yeah.
Okay. And then it says, got a new scrap I want to show you. And then at page 84, it's bus at me when you free. At 11:11 at 12:33, and then 11:17. I'm sorry, 11:13 at 11:17. 2 days later, add me back, you ugly ass. What do you interpret that?
Maybe allow me to?
I'm asking.
Yeah. That sounds like he didn't accept his friend request.
Sounds like what?
He didn't accept his friend request.
And he's saying, add me back.
Yes.
Okay. Let me move on to the next page, 85. He says at the top, hit me BSAP. That's ASAP, right?
Correct.
Okay, hit me ASAP. And he sends that at 8:20 on 11:18. And at 8:20, he gets a return. So he gave him an ASAP or BSAP response.
Yeah, so give him 2 minutes.
Already 2 minutes. Okay. And then Herc says, bet. And he says, hit me when you free. Nothing major. Then what does this Y001 mean again?
001 means blood love.
Okay.
So they're just using their language. Throw up blood love.
Okay.
You spell your blood, you put 001 inside of it. It's just how they incorporate the signs and symbols into their writing.
Got it. I sent you a beat. Tell me what you think about it. I was hoping you can put a hook on it if you like. That one instead, let me know what you think. Right? And you discussed that yesterday.
Yes.
And a beat is a music track.
Yeah.
And a hook is a rap or some lyrics.
Yeah, verse. Something
A verse.
Like that.
And he's like sending him a beat and he wants him to put a hook on it.
Yeah. Sure.
Okay. This would be some self-serving effort to try and advance his own music career, let's say.
Yep.
Okay. All right. Page 93. That exchange starts on 10:25 at 12:04:09. What's it looking like? At 11:25 at 12:10, he responds, everything 05 day, they on the road now, right?
Right.
Okay. And then on 11:25 at 2013, bet it up, shine right, shine bright, shine love, bro. All right, according to what you say SL means, right?
Yes.
Okay. And then 3 days later at 10:03, boy, I see your ugly ass on TV representing, right?
Right.
Okay. And then 2 days later, at 10:57, Y001, rise up, Herc. See that?
I see it.
And then on 12:05, this is now 5 days later, 12:02. Damn, what's up, blood? We beefing or something? I know you view me barking at you. I just be trying to check up on you. That's one of the 31 rules of an and rarely care about you, bro. Cause that fake rockin', we don't roll like that, bro. No, in this 5-dub, we straight up with each other cause we gon' die about this GSF shit. You heard? Just let me know what's up. Right?
Yes, sir.
So he's just getting no responses. He's like, bro, beefing or something? What's up? Right?
Apparently.
So we don't know what calls were or were not made, but we know at least on this occasion, the communication was sufficiently lacking for him to be like, bro, are we beefing?
Agreed.
You are not barking back?
Right.
Okay. And now page 94, top of the page, he gets a response. Bro, did you really just we beefing? Looks like it's meant to say, bro, did you really just say we beefing? Right? Okay. And there's a status sent, whatever that is. And his response is from her, of course we not beefing, bro, but you got to do better on your communication with your 5-dub. That's part of getting your stain together. Oops, can't see that. What's this one? Right?
See it?
All right. His response, her, nigga dead busy. Then he says, flight to flight, don't even see my mama text on God, right?
Right.
So he's saying that my phone, I don't even see my mom's text come in, let alone yours.
Right.
Okay. And his response is, and I smell that, bro. I think you covered this yesterday. And I smell that, bro, but this GSF shit is a real, or R real?
Real right.
Real right. Well, hold up, don't the R come before the real? Real right is R real?
They're doing the double R because double R stands for real right. It's just more like when they put the 001 inside the blood. It's just
Okay, so
confusing.
that means real right. Okay. And I smell that, bro, but this GSF shit is a real right mob, regardless of how busy you are, how busy we all get. We always got to make sure we find time to check up on the bros, even trouble. Do it, bro. And he's a big artist like you. It's nothing personal. We're not saying we want all your time. Just text and let us know you good. That's all, bro. You say your brothers. You say you brothers, but you be showing us different. And we really got real love for you, Herc, 110%. Right?
Right.
So he's saying, look, man, I hear you. You need.
I'm sorry? Sure. The gentleman, we'll take a short recess. Don't discuss the case. Don't form any opinion about the case. Don't allow anyone to discuss the case in your presence or any research. Just leave your notepad on your chair. We'll be back with you shortly. Thank you. Thank you. Let the record reflect the jury stepped out. Counsel remain all as defendant. I think John told me Mr. Demons needs a restroom break. Take care of that for him. All right, counsel, regarding the photographs, is the doctor here yet?
She is not in the courthouse, and I understand that she was in the garage.
All right, so let me know. I don't know exactly when we're going to get to her to talk about the photographs, but keep me apprised.
I'm fine. See you guys.
Thank you. We're recessed.
Jury entering.
Thank you. Please be seated. Let the record once again reflect the presence of the defendant, Mr. Demons, his counsel, the assistant attorneys, ladies and gentlemen, jury, our witness, Detective James Polo, remains on the stand. Counsel, if you're ready to proceed, you may, Mr. Howard.
Thank you, Your Honor. All right, we're going to wrap it up. Been led to believe I should have provided pillows with my cross. Putting everybody to sleep.
I'm awake.
All right, appreciate it. 97. Start at the top where it says here interview from the 9807 number, an event, and out of 10. Can you read that? Probably not.
Yeah, I can see it, sir.
DL, let me know. Well, have it when you finish. Just bark at me. It's mandatory. That's at 12:15, 3:36. No apparent response. At 5:10 on 12:15, we back in the meeting waiting on you. At 12:20, 5 days later, I'm Melvin. How long you gonna be in Atlanta? And then at 12:21, 5:28, hit me when you get time, bro. And then there's this one. 12:23 at 2:01. Me and Gino came up with an agreement. We trying to be in YNW Melly now. How you feel about that? See that?
Yep.
Okay. So they're trying to be in the music group YNW Melly, and they're trying to recruit him to they've recruited him, as you say.
Yeah, they're two separate entities.
Okay. Did I? I tried to get him straight. Now I messed it right back up.
You're good.
Okay, there's a few more things I want to show you. Here at 103, this message here from Goon. It starts with "Yo twin," right?
Yes.
And the response was "Bet twin, feed me," right?
Right.
And what were you telling us twin means?
Just slang used between Keyshawn members. So like saying bro or dude or any term of endearment.
Okay. And you're aware that Anthony Williams is saved as twin in the 9807 phone.
I don't recall, but
Okay.
you can show it to me or just take your word for it.
Okay. All right. Just jumping, we're almost done, at 108 and 109. At 9/7/2018 at 4:36:37, Goon says, "Damn, niggas had you out here all types of laws. The history of the hood important to know. I'ma send it. Make sure you get right on that shit, blood." Right?
Right.
Answer: I know who the founder is, blood. I'm saying you ain't send it. Julius B. Sonny. See that?
See it?
And then we go over, he's saying the founder is Julius B. Sonny, right?
Correct.
And we go over to now page 109. What he said.
You want me to read it?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, but you know Julius B. Sonny is not a person, right?
He doesn't even know what he's talking about. He's saying the founder is somebody who's not even a person.
Right.
Okay. Okay. Looking at 114 and 115 for just a couple of references here. Right at the top, the 9807
Right.
person says, just ran into Boobon Herc.
I think there should be a comma there, like that period we missed on the other one. I just ran into Boobon, and he was referring to the other person as Herc. Boobon's the name of a Broward County Nitrate Gangster Blood member.
Okay.
Ahmad Robinson.
But he's not saying he's Boobon Herc?
No, he's
You
a
don't
Nitrate
think so?
Gangster Blood.
Okay. Because the person he's talking to on page 115 says, oh, I thought you said he was Herc. Right? But at least whoever Goon is thought he was saying Boobon is Herc.
Yeah,
Okay. All right.
he explains he's.
Almost there. You know what? We are there. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir.
You want me to leave this up here?
Sure.
Okay. Thank you.
Councilors, is there any redirect?
Yes, Your Honor.
If you're ready, you may proceed. Thank you.
Detective Polo, do you make your determination as to whether or not someone is a gang member based on just one factor?
No,
What do you base it on?
multitude of factors, and I like to get more corroboration than just, like I said, in the case of Mr. Williams, where I had limited information. I don't want to come to court and make that determination.
And in terms of, is Mr. Williams on trial today?
He's not.
Okay. And when a person becomes a member of a gang, is it a lifetime membership?
Depends on the gang.
Okay.
Depends on circumstances, depends on the person. Sometimes they're allowed to be put on the shelf and, stay out or not be an active member.
Okay, so you mentioned put on the shelf. That's the term we haven't used before. What does that mean?
It's just a term to state that the person's not actively involved in the criminal in the gang's activities, not necessarily just the criminal portion of it, but the gang activities. They might not be going to meetings and stuff like that.
Okay. You also used the term meal ticket. Is that something that has a particular connotation in regards to gangs?
Yeah, so I think it's been going on for as long as I can think. Gangs have always used rappers, and rappers have always used gangs to promote each other. Gangs use rappers because rappers bring in money, fame, things of that sort. Women, as we saw in the text messages, and the rappers use the gang for support so they can get into certain venues because they might not be allowed into certain venues, as we saw in some of the texts, unless they have that support.
So you mentioned that they use each other.
Yes.
How is that reflected in the messages, and in your opinion, based on what you've seen?
Well, it appears that maybe Melly wasn't reciprocating as much as they were asking him to, but they were asking him to, right? Get me chains, get me to the show, post me on social media, minor asks, some minor asks, so asking for $10,000 maybe might not be a minor ask for Melly, but some people think that's a lot of money.
Okay. And is there a certain amount of latitude or give when the gang wants something?
Yeah, so I mean, especially if you have fame and they're trying to use that fame, and they're going to give you a little more space, a little more wiggle room because they don't want to lose you. This is evidenced with other rappers who claim gang affiliations and who've been on trial for gang.
Okay, and
Events.
State 70, council made a big deal about the lack of responses that he perceives in this.
Yes.
In terms of on page 47, there is no response from January 3rd to January 25th. Are there circumstances in which a person's not allowed to have possession of a cell phone without going into what those circumstances are?
Yeah, I didn't want to mention them.
Okay. So you mentioned as well that the messages don't show phone calls.
No. Phone calls, FaceTimes, Instagram FaceTime, Facebook FaceTime.
And so in terms of the state would like to publish at this point part of State 64, showing defense counsel. Ms. Liberty, do you want to come take your computer?
Thank you. Thank you for asking.
So Detective Polo, publishing from what has been admitted into evidence is State 64, the extraction of the phone from the 9807 phone number. And this is one of the 10,963 images that are contained on this phone. What is this showing?
Missed FaceTime calls, messages received, more FaceTime calls.
Specifically, is there a missed FaceTime call from Gino?
Gino's there.
And is that one of the numbers in the contacts that we just went over?
That is, yeah, that's one of the text threads that we went over.
And there are messages from Gino. Are there messages from Gino on January 2nd?
I believe so. I would have to double check, but there's plenty of messages.
For example, page 47, Gino, January 2nd, 2019.
Yes.
Okay. So Detective Polo, is there evidence to support that there was other types of communication other than what's reflected in just those messages?
Yes.
Okay. And in terms of the extraction report and things like that, is it able to recover all deleted messages?
Not all of it.
In any of those messages that we went through, or in any of the other messages you reviewed on this phone, does the defendant ever say, stop?
No, it does the complete opposite. Sends his email and says, feed me, send me more knowledge. I want these documents, basically. So
Does the individual with the 9807 phone ever say, leave me alone?
No, I believe the only altercation of that sort was with Goon when he decided to not fall under that lineup.
So council asked you if the phone tells you when messages and things are received and who they're from.
Right.
Approximately how many emails are unread on this phone?
2072.
And how many text messages or iMessages are unread on this phone at this point?
195.
The phone has and shows that the defendant, or whoever was using the phone, I should say, went and sought out the email from Jaquan Burton and opened it up.
Yes.
You mentioned as well, and there was a lot of things about that, the majority of the messages aren't from October 26th of 2018. You would agree with that?
Right.
Did you notice any change in spelling or word choice before, during, and after?
No, language was consistent throughout.
Council asked you and brought up to your attention a message where Mr. Demons, or the 9807 phone number, says that he has friends that are Crips. Could you explain a little bit of that, spelling, Jim, on the jury?
So I went into this during my direct, I believe, where we were talking about the gang history, blood gang history, where Bloods were created in West Coast of California to fight the Crips. That's why there's derogatory terms between the two sides. But there's been multiple rappers, multiple reformed gang members who have come out and have squashed these beefs, right? They've come out and they've united the community. And although they still use these terms towards each other, like anyone would if they're upset with someone else and they know that person's affiliation with something. Right now, there is no ongoing gang war between Crips and Bloods. There might be specific ones in certain cities where maybe one city is occupied by both Crips and Bloods and they're fighting for territory, but that could also be with blood on blood violence. There's plenty of cities in Broward County where there's 6 or 7 different blood sets all fighting for the same territory, and there's no allegiance toward each other because you belong to your set. And your set's going to fight the other set because it's about you, your collective, your group making money, not everyone else's. So the whole Crip versus Blood thing, historically, yes, that was a thing. Crips versus Bloods, Crips versus Latin Kings, Crips versus Bloods versus Latin Kings. UBN was created for protection against Latin Kings. The UBN now falls under People Nation. People Nation has the Latin Kings under it. So Latin Kings and the Bloods are now allies. So gangs evolve, allegiances evolve, wars happen, same way one, countries are sometimes at peace and then sometimes countries are at war. It's the same thing. It's no different. These are just organizations motivated by money, and they're going to do what they can to make this money.
And you said in one of the statements defense asked you about that was read, you are family now.
Right.
What does that mean to you as an expert in gangs?
They're calling him family. It means he's been accepted as a member. And on top of that, the emails show that not only was he brought in as a member, as a foot soldier, at the low level, he was then bumped up to the next step in the G-Shine lineup, the G-Shine ranking system, to the Ascari level. So that's one step above. That means he must have, or he did, not must have, he did, because they're not just going to promote him to Ascari, because that would have taken approval from the top, right? Some guy at the bottom was not going to be like, hey, you're an Ascari now. You can't just start giving out ranks. You can't give someone stain unless you're the guy that's handing out that stain. So he obviously was given the thumbs up to at least one step.
Okay. No further questions at this time, Your Honor.
Thank you, Mrs. Witness excused.
Yes, Your Honor.
Thank you, sir. You may step down. Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor.